Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Black Women Breaking Stereotypes Mixer. I'm super happy to have you all here to watching or listen. Watch or listen to us, depending on where you're coming from. So today we have four amazing business professionals. We have Nicole Smith joining us, an author, a publisher. She helps people publish their books as well from AL Publishing and Consulting LLC. We have India joining us from Pink Lavish Jewels. And then we have Miriam Jackson joining us from Travel with MJ and MJ's Teas and Custom Designs. So welcome, ladies.
Hello.
Oh, it looks like we lost Nicole. Hopefully we get her back. But in the meantime, let's see what's going on here. What happened?
All right.
Nicole. Okay. Well, we'll figure that out. But in the meantime, today's discussion is dedicated to basically what is one message that truly inspired you that came from a Black woman, any woman of choice. It can be an author, singer, someone that you just met walking down the street. But we just want to, pay homage to those amazing and impactful Black women and the messages that they leave with us. So, MJ, who is that person for you, and what was the message that really resonated with you?
Ooh, so one message that really resonates with me that I've heard from a Black woman is you got to remember to take care of yourself. Because if you don't take care of yourself, who's going to do it? I know my grandmother used to say that all the time. She would be like, you can't do so much for everybody else that you forget to do for yourself. And you got to be able to balance taking care of others and take care of yourself. I know she was one of the people that said it, so I'm going to stick with that. My grandmother, may she rest in peace. Because, when you grow up and you have to pay bills and you got to pay this, pay that, you got to make yourself a bill. You definitely have to make yourself a bill. If you don't make yourself a bill, you'll forget to pay you. And then the ultimate withdrawal is going to be you getting sick, you get tired, you getting XYZ, and then you can't bounce back from that. So that's one of the most profound messages that I have.
Okay. And even your message, again, you got to make yourself a bill. That really does resonate for me. So for me, there's so many impactful women of color that, have said so many things that really just stuck with me and resonated. But one message specifically that will always resonate with me because of the content that it was spoken into was coming from Iyanla Van Zant, and hopefully I'm not saying her name incorrectly, but I'm sure you've seen Iyanla Fix My Life. I love that show. I love that show. So we definitely had our shows where we watched them on our Boss Ladies Night, and I would play like little snippets and stuff. And I've continued to watch it because it's about healing and growth. And there was one specific episode, and I can't say I resonate with some of the experiences that the people she was working with were going through, but not all of them. But I'll just give context to it. Basically, it was a father who unfortunately was on drugs, and the drugs kind of altered his decisions, his mind, and he wasn't able to be there for his daughters. And because of that, they experienced his loss. They also experienced trauma, and it changed their perception in the way that they did things. And the thing was, we had one daughter who was always trying to make excuses, right? And so basically, in the time period where, she was making excuses for him, she would just say, well, he's just not feeling well. He's not doing this. And he would consistently promise her things and then not be able to follow through. And of course, we know that when you're on drugs, that's something that kind of happens because your mind is telling you one thing, but your body is telling you something different. Like you need that drug. And so what she said to that young lady sitting down was, you got to vote for you. In the process of them talking, because she could tell they weren't saying it with their chest, how they were impacted and the boundaries that they needed to set going forward in the future. It was still like that, wanting to try to excuse the situation because of the love that they had for their father, which doesn't change. They love their father, but unfortunately they were disappointed with some of the choices that affected them. And so you could see the shakiness in one of the daughters, her not wanting to say like, maybe he will never change, or, wanting to be stern about her boundaries with him. And she stopped her in the middle of them talking, and she said, "You got to vote for you." And that message stuck with me. It was so powerful to me, not because I had, a father that was on drugs or anything. There's some of those things in that message that, I mean, some of the stuff, like I said, I went through, but not that specifically. But it's like the message of, you can't be scared to be honest about how something is impacting you. You have to go ahead and be honest about it, and you have to be your biggest advocate. That's what I got from "You got to vote for you." You got to be your biggest advocate. And so it's always going to stay in my head. You got to vote for you. And it goes in every part of your life. When you're in a relationship and you're with somebody, you got to vote for you. Set your boundaries and don't cross them for anyone, because no one's worth you being stressed out and all over the place. Set your boundaries and stay in them. And if you're not being respected, make the decision to do what you need to do to prioritize yourself, because you have to vote for you. With your friendships, they're not going well. You have friends that are not reciprocating. They don't seem to be supporting you, or they're I won't say moochers, but like some of those people that are just draining. You got to vote for you. There's gonna be times when you're gonna have to say no, because the energy that it takes to deal with whatever it is they got going on, you can't afford it with all the other things you got to take care of. You got to vote for you. Your business, there's going to be times when peers, they're not acting in a place of abundance. They're coming from a place of scarcity, and they want you to um, give you things like, "Oh, I like this service, but could you just give it to me for free?" No, you got to become a client like everybody else that wants the service. So you can't. You got to vote for you. We can do free things. We can do like free events and things that you want to give away that make sense and support you and support them. But you can't be getting used to the idea of, here, here, I'll just give it to you. Here, I'll just give it to you. You got to vote for you, your business. So every area of my life, I think about that saying. It just like it rocks me every time I think about it, because um life is full of people who are angry inside because you have the audacity to set standards and to go for your dreams and the things that you want in this life. And they are still stuck because they are scared of the perception that people might have of them, and the validation they would lose if they chose to do what they wanted for themselves versus what other people want for them. And so that's why when people tell you things that are trying to get you to break your back, or, do all this stuff that you really cannot afford to do mentally, physically, financially, whatever the case is, you got to vote for you, because they're not moving with the mindset of what's best for you. They're moving with the mindset of what's best for them and how do you play factor in their life. And that's not the route that you're going to be able to take if you're trying to be a leader or an entrepreneur or achieve your dreams and your goals. So that message sticks with me, always. Lacole, what about you?
Um, I think the biggest thing that stands out to me is I love my Angela, and she likes to say, if someone shows you who they are, believe them. It's one of the things that she said, and uh, it really stands out. It really speaks, because if somebody's showing you they don't have your back, if somebody's showing you they don't care about your feelings, if if they're showing you anything that's negative, and you're steady around this person constantly, you're always around them, eventually you're gonna start feeling that way too. Um, because it's gonna rub off. That's why they say birds of a feather flock together. Because you might be the chipper bird in a little bunch, and then all you hear is negativity, all you hear is gossip, all you hear is something that's going to bring people down. Eventually, you're going to start acting like the people that you're around. So, what I got from that is, if I want to be a millionaire, I need to start hanging with millionaires. If I want to be positive, I need to start hanging with positive people. If I want to be successful, I need to give me a mentor that's successful already, or that's on the route to being successful. If I want to enjoy the things that I'm going to do in life, then I need to book with people and get people that are going to give me those things. Um, and I'm not saying to cut somebody off from their business just because you don't know whether they're going to be successful or not. But I can say, if you come to the directory, they're verified. You already know what they bring to the table. If they're not up to par, then you're not going to hear that much about them. But if you're always hearing about them, if you're always seeing them, if they're always talking about their business, if they're always being authentic to what they're trying to do, and I'm not saying that bad times are not going to happen because they will. That's life. But if somebody's showing you who they are and you don't see anything else from that person, then believe that that's what it is. Now, if you're seeing something that's out of the norm for that person, then it's time for you to check on them and say, hey, let me see what's going on because something ain't right. This is not your regular character. You know, what's going on? It could be something emotional. It could be something financial. It could be something spiritual. So if they're not inside their regular character of doing, then dig a little deeper. Don't just say, I'm going to throw them to the side if this is what they've been giving you all along.
Yeah, I do definitely resonate with that, Nicole, especially the one about the birds of the feather flock together part, because it's true. You really have to challenge yourself, even in moments where you start to get comfortable. Comfortable is okay, but also uncomfortable. It's important to have a balance. And if you are in a place in your life where you're comfortable in every part of your relationship, in every part of your life, that's great. But you really have to ask yourself, how much room do I have for growth? And am I comfortable and am I all right with where I'm at right now in this area of my life? So if you're comfortable with your friendships that you have right now, how much room is there for growth? Are you all challenging each other to be better? Are you holding each other accountable? Are you having conversations about real things that are going to help you get to the next level? It doesn't always have to be about business, but like just growing as a person, just your own development. Ask yourself those questions when you're talking to people, when you're interacting with them. Ask yourself, what does the growth look like in this relationship? Because it's easy to like love someone, you care about them, you want to be around them all the time, but sometimes you can't be around people all the time because what are we doing? What are we doing? We're trying to make money. We're trying to grow. We're trying to get to the next level. You got to challenge yourself to put yourself in different rooms. And then, like you said, it with the business, even in relationships, even in dating, there's just certain things that are not going to align with you. And I've tried it. Like I've tried to, you know, I guess spend time with people who don't necessarily have the same perspective or the same goals, should I say, or aspirations. But even in my experience, when you try it, it doesn't stay that way because you guys are not aligned in that area. So you're going to eventually separate because you don't have the same values. Like I had a friendship, and when we were both dating, we had two completely different approaches of dating. Her approach was more like, you know, how do I put it? My approach was just a little bit more relaxed. I'm not trying to do all that. I just want to be in my corner. Let's go out on some dates. If I like you, cool. And if I don't, bye. You know, hers was a little bit more aggressive on that end. And I just wasn't trying to do it. And we eventually just weren't able to understand each other because our goals were different and the way that we did things were different. And cared about her a lot, but we don't talk. So, you really have to pay attention to that because it's almost a waste of time for you to be in places where this isn't going anywhere. We don't have like an alignment because it is going to be all that time spent that you can't get back, and it's not putting something fruitful in your life. So, like Nicole said, you don't have to cut everybody off, but be intentional with your time. I agree with you on that. Like, we got to pay attention to that. Can't keep doing what feels good in the moment versus what feels aligned with who you are and what you're trying to do. So I like that message. Now that we've shared that, I do want us to just give our flowers to one Black woman in business, any person that you would like to, and then just share one resource, either something that you have, or it could be something that another Black woman in business provides that you want to share with everybody. So who wants to go first? We have so many.
I think I'll go first. I know you said one, but I'm gonna stick to one. Um,
You starting to sound like me now.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to know we can't do the whole world. One.
Uh, okay, so I'm gonna go with Leslie Mahone, and I'm gonna say Leslie because I am a shopper, and if I see it, I think that I need it. If my mind says that I need it and my wallet say I need it, then I will find it. So my closet was like uh Dylan. So
Oh Lord.
all you saw was clothes and tags and shoes and tags, and I went through her debt consolidation, training, and I've actually signed up for her course her mentorship that she does.
Okay.
So it is July, and I have not purchased any clothes. I have not purchased any shoes. I have not purchased any purses, and I'm excited about that. And I'm gonna slide this one in real quick. So some of the money that I've been saving from that, I've put towards with my passport.
Oh, nice. Okay. Okay. So did you do the passport challenge with MJ?
I did, but I only could talk about one person. I only could talk about one person.
Oh god. Okay. Congratulations. Okay. Well, I guess
talk
because
about one person,
MJ
so
is on here. Go ahead. Give MJ her flowers, Nicole. We gotta give her her flowers. She's here. We're not doing this every time. So I hope you love that little dance you did. Because we
That jig was it right there.
yeah. But yeah, I am in MJ's community. She teasing me and taunting me with these trips.
Yes, I am.
And I just,
Yes, I am.
I can't do, so. But she's working with me. She's been so patient and so kind and so helpful, and she's been even checking on me while I've been sick and still showing me stuff while I've been sick. So while I've been down, I've been able to look at cruises. I've been able to look at trips. I've been able to think about things besides being
great.
sick. So I appreciate that, and I want to give you your flowers for being who you are and being authentic to yourself, and tell you why you can hear it that I appreciate you and I love everything that you do for your clients and for yourself.
Oh,
Thank you.
that was so beautiful.
That was amazing and unexpected. Oh my goodness. How do I come back from that?
I know, right?
How do I come from that? Oh man. Like Nicole said, it is hard to choose just one.
We're gonna give you two. Because look, y'all are
I was going to actually and actively stick to one. I was planning on it. But since you gave me the green light, I'm gonna
take your two. Take your two.
You gave me the green light, I'm gonna take it. All right. So the first person that I am going to shout out is actually Dion, Lady D Streets. First of all, I know I need to go and make a purchase from Lady D's Treats, but I can't do it right now because I got some weight I need to move. But Lady D's Treats, oh my gosh, Lady D has been on my mind a lot. I know she's had things going on in her life that she's currently dealing with, and I just really wanted to give her her flowers because she's dealing with so much as a mom, as a wife, as a business owner. She is, a great person to be around. If you have not been around Lady D, you are doing yourself a disservice because she is just a phenomenal woman and probably one of the best cookie makers that I know. Yeah. I'm going to get me some of my cookies and cream cookies.
Lady D's Treats just feel amazing. Like I could talk all day about her cookies and cream cookies. Cookies just fill me up inside full of love. I'm so glad.
Yeah, she's awesome. You know, it's really, really hard to choose two people. Because we are such a big and loving community. But Lady Deestrice is definitely one lady that deserves her flowers. And another lady who deserves her flowers, and I'm gonna throw it back to her, is Miss Nicole Smith over here. Throw it right back at you, because yeah. Nicole and I have been on a how do I say this? We have been on a vacation journey and we haven't even made it outside yet. Nicole and I have been in constant contact with her wanting to go outside, whether it was this year, later next year. But she has been very much active in not only MJ's travel community, but in my passport savings challenge. I know she's going to have her passport soon. Because we are in like week 5 and she's going to have the money by the end of the month. So I know she's going to have her passport, but not only that, we've connected outside of just business, you know, talking about life and talking about health and, you know, making sure that we are on one accord with our bodies, and we've resonated with each other and some of the things that we, in my case, have been through. And in Nicole's case, some of the things she's currently going through. I think we both understand that our struggles are going to look different for each other, but we both respect that, hey, we've both been through some things and we both have knowledge and wisdom that we need to get out to everybody else. So like she says about me being me with my community and my challenges, I see you over there at MTD. I be watching. I might not always say nothing, but I be watching. I be seeing you over there in motivational talks, dialogue, and show. And I know that is her baby. She treats MTD like I treat Travel with MJ and MJ's Teas. Those are my babies. I know that this is her passion. So I'm just going to throw this shameless plug out there. If you have not taken advantage of Nicole's resources, you absolutely should, because she's going to make sure that you elevate and that you level up. And you should level up with Nicole.
Okay, look at her. Commercial, yes.
See, look at that. Okay. I did that.
You should level up with Nicole.
You should.
All right. Y'all had just 2. All right, it's my turn.
It's your turn, Naka.
It's your turn. It's
a lot of pressure over here because Nicole took the one that I was gonna do. So we will reassess. There are so many women in here, and then Lady Deestrice was a really good one. Like, y'all both got me. I'm feeling like Vanya on that podcast when everybody went and then Vanya was last, and she was like, I was like, okay, Vanya, you, and she was like,
I don't know what's
hey.
What's there?
Okay, so there's so many wonderful and amazing Black women in business that are in our shopping directory, but also just in my network. It's really hard to just like pinpoint just one. And since I already had one and Nicole came in here and she snatched her right up. I think I'm going to shout out a Black woman in business that is inspiring for many reasons, but I'm going to start with one. And her name is Lizelle. She is newer to our directory, but the reason why she is someone who's inspiring and I think uplifting is because Lizelle is someone who's consistent years, and she's also a really great example of how it's okay calling is or your passion is. And so she talks about that in her own platforms. But she currently owns a work from home agency where she helps people with getting work from home gigs. And she also provides people with insight so they can get jobs and things like that. So you can find remote jobs there, and she has multiple listed. So she has a work from home community. And I really love the fact that she's so dedicated to that. But before she was doing that, there were other things that she was interested in. And because those didn't align with what she felt like her value was as a team member, as a peer, as a business owner, as an employee, she decided that that just wasn't the right fit for her, and she left that. And I admire that, because a lot of times we're scared to leave something that we're comfortable with because we've put so much work into it. And so it's like, man, like, I've been doing this for so long. And then when you're basically deciding, you know what, I'm going to let it go and do something different. That's a very scary thing. And it takes a lot of courage to do that, because you have a lot of people that make you feel bad for not having all the answers, even though they don't have all the answers. And the reality is that that's life. You're never going to have all the answers, and nothing is ever going to always go exactly the way that you plan. And sometimes you are going to have to look at what you started, appreciate what you started, and stand up and get up and leave it where it's at, because it's just not right for you anymore. And that takes courage, because there's a lot of people who are looking at what they started, knowing that it's not right for them anymore, and too scared to get up from that table. So we just keep taking what we know is not right for us anymore, and next thing you know, you wake up and you're miserable because you're not doing what really calls you. So I wanted to give her flowers for that, and she's very consistent with posting and promoting. She hasn't been. I think something might have happened, like she had to take a pause, but she's been very consistent, like when it comes to sharing with that. And she got people some jobs. I saw the reviews in her community. People were saying they were getting jobs. So shout out to Lizelle.
Yes.
And then the second woman of business, since we're just over here adding in that extra call out, I think I'm just going to say all of the women in business in our directory are inspiring in their own unique way. And I want to use this opportunity to thank everyone for the hard work that you put in, and remind you to keep going, because you're not just a small business owner, and this isn't just a small business. This is history, it's a legacy, and it's culture. And the more that you continue to work on it, elevate it, and refine it, you are holding a piece of history for your family, for your friends, for your community. And they're appreciating that. They're loving what you're providing, because if they weren't, you wouldn't be getting that feedback. And even when it's silent and you haven't received it yet, still keep going, because someone out there wants what it is that you have to provide. So we can't stop bringing that uniqueness, that individuality to business, because there's so many businesses that look the same and are the same, that you drive down. Like, sometimes you think it's cool, but sometimes at the same time, it's like it's redundant, seeing the same store every time when I'm driving by, the same restaurant every time, seeing the same bookstore. It's like it just doesn't change. And so it's nice to have that refreshing change of individuality. Everybody has their own background, their own beliefs, their own culture, their own religion. And some of those things take a play into how their business is created, and their morals and their values. And so even though I may not be from that walk of life, I may not even live that walk of life, it's just beautiful to see the diversity, because we live in this world where everything's just the same now. So keep up the great work, women. You're doing an amazing job. And thank you for the shout outs, both of you. We will end this podcast by allowing India to show off some of her jewelry. So India, if you could just show off some of your earrings and your jewelry and your bracelets, if you have some. And as she shows that off, I'm going to give you a little bit of information about India's business. I know those are pretty. I did see her color ones. Those are like bows. So all of India's jewelry, you can go to Pink Lavish Jewels on Facebook, and you can go shop with her. There's a couple of different facts you want to know about her business. Number one, if you're wanting to shop and you want like a fun virtual experience, inside of her Facebook community is where she posts the photos of all of her newer items. Number two, she is a handcrafted jewelry business. So she provides jewelry that she's crafted with her own hands. Her earrings, her bracelets, her necklaces. Number three, her bracelets have been top sellers from some of the shoppers in our community, because I received some really great feedback. The last person who said something about her bracelets was Charlie. I've also shopped with her business before. India is extremely amazing when it comes to her customer service and the experience that she provides. She's very passionate about providing you with what you're interested in. She's very quick to service you. She also is able to assist multiple people, because for some people, the shopping experience is very difficult if there's someone who speaks ASL, American Sign Language. But because India is deaf, she's able to speak ASL. She's able to communicate with people who go through that, so their experience can be smoother when they shop with her. So if you would like to learn more about her, connect with her, shop with her, you can go to Pink Lavish Jewels on Facebook. How'd I do?
And one other thing I would like to add to her now, she can actually do clip-on earrings. If you need them clipped instead of pierced, she can convert them.
Oh, that's wonderful. Okay.
That's good to know.
Yeah, that's great to know, because I do have a few shoppers that don't have pierced earrings, and kids too, like the young, not the little ones, but like the teenagers that their parents don't let them pierce their earrings, they still want a little bit of like individuality. And a lot of people, I don't think they take advantage of the clip-ons. Clip-ons can be real nice. Okay, so that's another new fact that we've learned about Pink Lavish Jewels. She's showing off some of her bracelets now. She has so many different colors. If you like earth tones, she has earthy colors with that marble. What's this?
More. She
Oh,
added
yeah,
more.
more. Yeah, more. I'm just over here doing it. Don't even know what the heck it means. She, she could have been saying, and that's $1,000, and I'm over here. Yes, I did. Yes, yes, I'll purchase it today. Ooh, Lord. Just trying to prepare all the future ASL speakers. Make sure you do your research, okay? Don't be like me. I know a couple of words and that's about it, but I'm working on it. Nicole actually signed me up for a course, and I need to go and try to find that email. It's probably way too late, but I need to get up in there. I'll be like, hey guys, I know it's probably past due, but could y'all let me in? Okay, so we got earrings. So India's bracelets, I was gonna say she has like earth tone, but she also has like really fun colors. If you like pink, if you like super feminine, bright, soft colors, she has that with her bracelets. Some of my favorites that I've seen so far are the ones that have the translucent pearls, because that has been very popular, trending in fashion right now. Translucent beads and the freshwater pearls, or just the pearls in general, are trending in fashion right now. So she's showing off her flower earrings. Another thing you can know about her business is that she's great for special occasions and for special people, meaning if you have a friend who's a doctor or a teacher or something of that nature, like it's a specific, I wouldn't say occasion, but like it's a special person, for example, you can go and get that from her. She has earrings that are like themed for teachers. We have an educator with us on the podcast now, MJ, but we have many educators in our directory. So if you know someone that is in a specific industry or a special profession, she does provide earrings and jewelry for that. So we got teachers. If you know someone who just loves flowers, or someone that loves fruit, someone who's a chef, she has earrings with fruit on them. She has great vacation stuff. And then back to the special occasion side of it, if you are shopping for a Christmas party, you can get some really cute earrings that are Christmas themed. If you're shopping for Thanksgiving, I'm sure she's going to have like some turkeys or some pumpkins. That's what I'm assuming, because from what I've seen during the holidays, she usually has really great holiday and special occasion gifts. So I hope I've shared some, great information for anyone that's thinking about shopping with Pink Lavish Jewels. And her price ranges, it will vary depending on what it is you're wanting. So for her earrings, I believe they are, I know, right? Yeah. She got some really nice teardrop earrings too. For her earrings, they are $7. Yes, good to go. Thank you. How do I say thank you again? Is it thank you? Oh my God, I got it. Yes. Yeah. Look, I did that. Okay. So for her earrings, they are $7. And then for her necklace, her necklaces are $9, correct?
They are $9.
And then bracelets are $8. Or is it 9 too?
6, 7, 9.
Bracelets are $6?
Bracelets are 6. Earrings are 7.
Mm-hmm.
Necklaces are 9. If you want the complete set, it's 15.
Okay. What a deal. Okay. Good to know.
Good.
Okay. Well, now that we've shared all of those, everyone has had a chance to check out some of India's products. And I just want to shout out some of the small businesses that I'm representing tonight. So right now I'm wearing a hairstyle that I actually got done from a newer business listed in our directory, K Slade Beauty, which is owned by Kiera, that was actually a vendor at our Juneteenth event. She is based out of Texas, DeSoto, Texas, which is close to Dallas, Texas, DFW area. I loved her location, very relaxing. She provided complimentary drinks and snacks. Her team was very helpful, had a great time, laughed, watched me some Netflix TV shows. Then I cut off the TV shows because they was taking too long to get to the good parts. So, we just talked and laughed for the rest of the show. Yeah.
They do that too. They do
it too much.
Why?
Some of the shows that I really love, I'm like, why are y'all taking so long to tell me if he's going to stay with her or not? Just show us the replay. So, but it was still a good time. We had a good time together. And
Definitely.
I love my hairstyle, so y'all can see it. These are braids, and they have curls. My curls were a little bit more defined when I first went, but that's because now I've taken them, I've tied them up, I've done so many different things with it, but they still look beautiful. And so they're a little looser, but I like that. And I just apply some mousse or like a little bit of oil to it to keep them still looking bouncy and nice. And then these are the braids. But one cool thing that she informed me of is when you get these kind of hairstyles, once if you're using hair and you're not curling it, like if it's not real hair, you can cut the curl off and still wear the braids if you want to maintain the style for longer, and it's still going to look beautiful. So I most likely will be doing that towards the end. Once I feel like the curls, are a little bit too loose, I'll probably end up cutting them off and just wearing the braids. And it's still a great protective style. And here's the party for anyone that wants to see it. My set, this is a top and a skirt coming from She Cute Boutique. You can use my coupon code KBOSS, all caps, to shop with them. And when you spend $50 or more, you're going to get $10 off. And She Cute Boutique carries sizes from extra small all the way up to 3 or 5X. I think it's 5X. Just depends on what item it is that you're trying to shop for. My earrings are coming from Bling with Shell. These are my beautiful butterfly hoops. So there you have it. And then my lip gloss is coming from Kisses by Monique, aka KBM. And this is their chocolate kiss gloss. So it's like a brown color. I was doing it to match the theme, but it's a nice color. Just nice and chocolatey. And I think I got everything. So yeah. So guys, go and shop those businesses at bossbabeblog.com. Did you ladies want to shout out any other small businesses? Which I think every business I just shouted out is owned by a Black woman.
Clock it, clock it.
Okay, what about y'all? Did you have any shout outs?
Oh,
like
well,
to
I'll shout
shout
out my
out
jewelry.
Michelle.
My jewelry is also coming from Bling with Shell. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. When it comes to me, if you know, you know. My dress here. This dress is coming from Anotherness Boutique. It's very comfortable, very smooth. I love this dress. Almost forgot that it was in my closet until I went and looked into it, and I was like, let's put this on tonight. So I just wanted to shout out.
With me.
So I just wanted to shout out the businesses that I'm wearing this evening, and that's all.
Thank you, MJ. Thank you very much for your support. MJ has shopped with, I think she shopped with all of my businesses. And
I think I have. If not, I know it. I know 3 of them.
Yeah, at least 3. And I don't know why I feel like you did shop with Tech Aesthetics at one point in time, but maybe it's just in my head. But either way, thank you for your support.
We'll find out though.
Look, okay, we'll see. And also, Anotherness Boutique, the dress she's wearing, I now only do style subscription boxes where I go and select the items and then I ship them out to you based off your style or your occasions that you're shopping for. But I want to let everyone know that I am going to go ahead and transition back into having more items on hand. Something that I had kind of been contemplating with, because I got 4 businesses. So thank you. So it is a lot, handling these businesses, subscription boxes, handling servicing clients, graphic design. There's a lot to take care of in that. But I have done some time to think, and I am going to do that. So when you see me wearing certain items from Anotherness Boutique, it will be something that you can go and just purchase. You don't have to do the subscription box, just purchase it and have it sent to you. And I'm going to try to do a good job of having a great size range, whether it be in one item or just having one item and then an alternative in another size range, so that we can make sure that women of all shapes and sizes and things like that are able to still purchase something that they like. So that's what I'm going to be working on. It's been going back and forth in my head. I wasn't sure. I've been losing and gaining weight. I'm in between a large and an extra large, which is very difficult in the plus size world, because if I'm in between an extra large and a large and an extra large, I got to decide on which size range I'm going to purchase. So am I going to do small through large, or am I going to do extra large through 3X? And depending on the brand, the large ain't really the large, and the extra large ain't really the extra large. So that's another thing, it's just, I've always been in that weird place. But yeah, so just some news for later on, just so y'all know, just stay tuned. What about you, Nicole? You want to shout out some businesses?
I am wearing the earrings from Bling with Shell.
Those are pretty.
Those are pretty.
Oh, a pearl in the middle?
With a pearl in the middle. And The necklace is actually from one of my businesses that people don't know about, which is Tracy Lynn Jewelry.
Mm,
So
that's some bling
I
on
do
there.
jewelry. I do jewelry too. So
Ah,
it's been a long time since I've done it, but that's what India got the passion to make it.
mhm.
So I pretty much let her handle it now. So I wear what I have on hand and I let her make her jewelry and do it.
Okay, that's amazing. I didn't know that you made jewelry. That's
I,
you know
I,
new stuff every day. We've been learning stuff all the time.
well, I mean, honestly, I'd rather sew than make jewelry. So
Hmm. I knew
if
you
I had to
sewed.
choose,
Yeah, I
if I
knew
had,
that you sewed. I know you had a passion for the jewelry too. So that's awesome. Like we learn new things. So you have a lot of talents because I know you talked about sewing and being able to sew furniture and clothing, right? Like
yeah.
upholstery. And then
Now my sister does upholstery.
oh, your
I do.
sister.
My sister does the upholstery. I do clothing.
Mm. Okay, because I just remembered upholstery. I was like, somebody do upholstery because I remember you saying something about upholstery. But okay, that's cool. Well, shout out to you for all the amazing talents that you have, and shout out to all of you ladies for all of your support. Please just keep up the great work. Thank you, India, for coming on and bringing the jewelry. We appreciate you. Thank you. And thank you, everyone, for listening. Hopefully, you can see us next time at our Black Women Breaking Stereotypes Mixer, where we'll be talking about another specific topic dedicated to Black women. Bye bye.